Unusual character, different sort of director as well.
Very different. I think पहली बार I'm doing this murder mystery genre.
पहली बार आपने जब आपने स्क्रिप्ट आपने पढ़ी तो आपने आपने कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड किया, बिकॉज इस तरीके का किरदार आपने पहले निभाया नहीं।
I was just very, very lucky to have stumbled upon a script like this.
जब आप अलग अलग तरीके की फिल्मों में और डिफरेंट तरीके के लोगों के साथ आप काम करती हैं, अलग राइटिंग होती है, तो ये एक सेल्फ एजुकेशन का कितना आपके लिए एक एक्सपीरियंस होता है, लर्निंग न्यू थिंग्स।
And I think that it's so important that every time you go on to a new set, you are learning. I mean, the process of learning never ends.
जिस तरीके से जो प्लेटफॉर्म में एक जो आपको रीच मिल जाती है, डज इट इन अ वे एज एन एक्टर।
Before going in to shoot Gaslight, मैं कश्मीर गई थी अपने दोस्तों के साथ, गुलमर्ग में थी. Actually saw that security guard like with full intent looking into his phone and watching me and Dhanush and Akshay that film.
सारा अली खान, वेलकम ऑन कनेक्ट एफएम कनाडा। कैसी हैं आप?
I'm good. आप कैसे हो?
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया। ऑलराइट, सो कांग्रेचुलेशंस फॉर गैसलाइट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, एंड unusual character, different sort of director as well.
Very different. I think पहली बार I'm doing this murder mystery genre. It's very different, but we've chatted before, and I've told you that the aspiration has always been to not be boxed. I've always wanted to do different kinds of cinema, and I think this as a genre is something I've never done before. So it's very exciting. It's challenging, but it's also exciting.
What was the first response जब आपको पहली बार जब आपने स्क्रिप्ट आपने पढ़ी तो आपने आपने कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड किया, बिकॉज इस तरीके का किरदार आपने पहले निभाया नहीं।
तो क्या हुआ जब मैंने स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ी एज अ रीडर ओनली, आई वाज सो एक्साइटेड. मतलब आई जस्ट केप्ट go from one page to the other. I just wanted to get to the end. It was just such an enjoyable read. And at every laga tha that, okay, fine, I'm finally figuring something out. I realized that there's something else that I'm out. So it was a very engaging, entertaining and thrilling read. And I was just very, very lucky to have stumbled upon a script like this.
Okay. So considering आप फिल्में आपको देखने का आपको शौक है, आप तरीके की फिल्में आप देखती हैं, जो इसका कलर टोन है, अगर हम कलर टोन की बात करें, do you believe in that? Does it matter to you कि that कुछ एक does it set a mood in a way?
Of course it does. I think that, in the genre that this film is in, it's as much of our DOP Ragul sir as much as it is, the world. But when you're talking about this thriller genre, the shot taking, the color grading, the eeriness of the palace, the loneliness of the character, that's like grayish, bluish tone. It, I think, allows you to visualize and relate to that world much better. I think acting and setting has a lot to do with this world, especially because there's a certain amount of grayness in all our characters, whether it's me, Vikrant, Chitra ma'am. We're all gray characters. And I think somewhere the lighting and the setting and the color scheme enables you to understand that, like, किसी पे भी पूरा भरोसा नहीं है, हर किसी पे शक है कहीं ना कहीं. वो आई थिंक रघुल सर की जो पिक्चराइजेशन है उस पे काफी बाहर निकल रही है.
You have studied abroad, you're coming from a certain background. जब आप अलग अलग तरीके की फिल्मों में और डिफरेंट तरीके के लोगों के साथ आप काम करती हैं, अलग राइटिंग होती है, तो ये एक सेल्फ एजुकेशन का कितना आपके लिए एक एक्सपीरियंस होता है, लर्निंग न्यू थिंग्स?
100%, sir. As an actor, I think you're always learning. This film, for instance, I'd never done a thriller film before, but Pawan sir is a master in this genre. So every time I go onto a set, day after I'm leaving to start shooting for Homi sir's film, Murder Mubarak, but this is the main schedule. And I think that it's so important that every time you go onto a new set, you are learning. I mean, the process of learning never ends. And the process of self-discovery never ends. I'm a high energy person. I'm a high spirited person. I use my entire body when I'm talking very often. When I'm restricted to emote, to feel, to express, I discovered about myself than I thought I knew. When I'm freedom fighter in 1942 with certain constraints or certain ideas, I understand more about myself than I thought I actually did. So of course, I think the like self-discovery and the process of learning never ends in the world that we come from, ideally at least.
ओके, हमारी पहले भी बातें हुई हैं इसके बारे में कि जस्ट ये हम लोग बहुत ही दिलचस्प दौर में हैं कि दैट सिनेमा हॉल में फिल्में रिलीज होती हैं, ओटीटी पे रिलीज हो रही है. आई थिंक यू हैव, आई थिंक, wonderful experience now of both the worlds. You've experienced with Atrangire that how you can literally enter into the hearts of small towns in every way whatsoever. Now this platform that the movie is coming on, इनका जो एक network है वो बहुत ही solid है. Like say for example here I'm in Canada right now and it is I subscribe to it and everyone watches it over here as well. In a way आपको कि ये दिलचस्प लगता है जिस तरीके से जो प्लेटफॉर्म में एक जो आपको रीच मिल जाती है, does it in a way as an actor?
When I finished shooting for Lakshman sir's film, before going in to shoot Gaslight, मैं कश्मीर गई थी अपने दोस्तों के साथ, गुलमर्ग में थी. और कहीं किसी पैलेस, गुलमर्ग कोई सन पैलेस या कुछ, मैं जा रही थी अंदर, and the security guard Rangire on his phone, and it was so amazing for me because one has been told and one believes that Disney Plus Hotstar has a very high reach, and with the love and appreciation I got after Atrangire, I did realize that Hotstar does have a high reach and it does have the ability to touch the hearts and minds of people if the story and if the content that you're telling has the ability to do that. Then the content doesn't really matter. But that day, I still remember in Kashmir, I actually saw that security guard, like with full intent, looking into his phone and watching me and Dhanush and Akshay, that film. And to actually see that, मतलब कश्मीर में, गुलमर्ग में कोई security guard अतरंगीरे अपने phone पे देख रहा है. I mean, if that's the kind I can have, then I'm very excited. And as an actor, I'm just tempted to keep learning, keep growing, and keep doing different work, because I truly believe now, especially after Atrangi, more than ever before, if you tell a story in an honest way, it will have the impact that you hoped for.
Absolutely. And Kashmir में तो इनफैक्ट थिएटर्स अब जाके खुले हैं पठान के साथ में. अदरवाइज तो लोग आई थिंक ऑनलाइन ही कंज्यूम करते हैं कंटेंट को. सो आई थिंक इट्स अ
friends in the middle of like a shoot before going into another shoot, and you suddenly see like somebody on their phone watching it. Itni sunsan si jagah mein, matlab it was really something else. It was a good feeling.